So standing here at North Port Oval with senior coach Josh Fraser. Josh, 29-point loss to kick things off. On the whole, how did you see the game?
Oh, we're really disappointed with the result. We came here expecting a lot more than what we got, and probably, to be honest, mate, it was some really inconsistent performance across the board. We had some patches where we were certainly in the contest, and the numbers would suggest that we were right in the contest all day, but we just had some detail that we weren't able to get right, and yeah, they certainly hurt us the other way. So really disappointing, and I know the boys are hurting, and we've just got to learn from this now and move forward.
What do you think went wrong, and was it a case of Port Melbourne having the answers?
Oh, we had no efficiency going inside 50. I mean, we didn't get enough out of our talls or smalls across the board, but there was just some periods of the game where we had the momentum and then we'd turn the ball over in a dangerous part of the ground and they'd go away and score. So yeah, it was some of all parts, mate. It was a frustrating day, but I know we're capable of a lot more and we expect a lot more. But on the flip side, we saw some really exciting signs from some younger players, and you know, that's probably the thing we take away from today.
Was there anyone in particular who impressed you that stood out from apart from the rest?
Yeah, look, I thought Nick Graham's game was really strong, but I guess in the younger brigade, Cam Paulson, I thought, played his best game for us, including over the pre-season series. Zach Fisher had some really nice moments. I think he's going to be an exciting player. But Dave Cunningham just continues to build, so you know, there's some young talent there that keeps emerging. And of course, Harry McKay, when he can put it together for 4 quarters, is going to be a terrific asset for the footy club. So lots of little signs, mate, and just keen to put it together for longer.
The return of Andrew Phillips as well must have been a heartbreaking for you, for everyone.
Yeah, he performed really well when he was on the ground. Only got through the 3 quarters of footy, but I guess he had an impact when he was on the ground in conjunction with Big Matty Korchek. So he's an exciting talent. He's worked really hard to get back to this point, and we're sure he's going to play some good footy for us.
Also, that 8 debuts today, but yeah, I guess maybe the one that stood out for him was, from a VFL aspect, the first game with Marcus Stafford.
Yeah, we're really confident in picking him. We think he's a VFL senior type of player, and he performed the way we thought he would, so there was no surprises from our end. He's a terrific character, he's worked really hard, and he's added a lot to our footy club. But also I think Lukey Russell's first game for the club, I thought he showed enough to suggest that he's going to be a serious player, and he's just going to get better and better for us. So there were some good signs from our first gamers, and you know, as you mentioned, Marcus was probably the highlight. 19 Carlton listed players out there today, but I guess when you mentioned the likes of Paulson and Fisher and these types, a fair bit of youth out there as well against this season's VFL team. Oh, I think people have got to be really careful with this listed players and how many listed players you've got. It's not always a reflection on the experience and the maturity of your group. We've got a lot of young players at the moment who are building bodies and developing good habits, and a lot of them being exposed to senior footy for the first time. So we're really excited about that process with those younger guys, and we think we're going to have some serious players on our hand. But right now they're not mature bodies, and you know, having said that, I thought they all acquitted themselves really well today, and they'll just keep getting better and better.
You've shared your thoughts during the week. Obviously a massive day for Port Melbourne here today. And just in terms of the viability of the VFL competition, just a quick word on that.
Oh, well, I think it's a concern, not only for a club, a historic club like Port Melbourne, but for aligned clubs, for standalone clubs. I think that in some respects we've taken our eye off the ball a little bit with the VFL comp, taken it for granted in some parts, but we need to make sure it's sustainable and viable, and it continues to be a really important pathway for not only young players coming through, but guys that get spat out of the AFL system can come back to a really good level of football and keep honing their craft and give themselves every opportunity. So yeah, I think we've all got a responsibility and a part to play in making sure the VFL comp is viable and sustainable.
An absolute champion of the competition, Chris Kane today played his 175th game of lifelong membership. Boys obviously gave him the guarded honour to leave the ground. Just a quick word on him and his influence on Port Melbourne and the competition.
Well, he's the type of player that you want at your VFL footy club. A very loyal player, a quality player, someone that's respected internally and externally in football circles. And you know, as a football club, we would always honour and respect a person like Chris's contribution to the game, and that's why the boys are lined up at the end of the day. So he should be really proud of what he's achieved, and I know the Port Melbourne Footy Club's probably a better place for having him.